Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video on my channel, and in today's video we're going to discuss a great question that I've been pondering in my mind. Energy weapon, Hawk or Thunder, which is better? Now I'm going to discuss the pros and the cons of each. So let's start off with the Hawk. Now what are the pros of the Hawk? Now the Hawk is extremely deadly. It's the strongest energy weapon in the game. And it goes through everything. See, that guy was behind a building and I was able to damage him slightly, which is really impressive considering the fact not only can I do that with just buildings, I can damage. See, look at that. That was a storm and I went right through his shield and I still damaged him, which is really impressive. Now, Hawk is very useful when it comes to doing close quarters. See, look at that. Boom. I can do really good damage, and not only that, even when you're behind a corner, I can take you out. See, 1, 2, 3, bam! And that's all because of a little thing that I like to call suck damage, and this is suck damage. What it is it's a black hole type weapon, so it basically sends a little beam of energy and does 12k. It minuses 12k of your health, which is insane, just by that little line which you see on my screen. That's crazy insane for an energy weapon, and extremely useful. Even if you're 20 meters away, and it doesn't matter how many there is or how few there are, it does it to everybody. You lose 12k each. So say 4 people, 1 Hawk or 2 Hawk bubbles, it takes 12k each from a player. And look at this thing. This thing is just incredible at close quarters. It does super good when it comes to shooting around corners, going over the top. Now, in the earlier stages of this weapon, it didn't do this much damage. It only did like maybe 25k at least, but then it got a super big buff where it now does 40k, close to it at max level. And with boosts, you're doing an extra %, so you're doing like 40k plus per shot, which is really insane. So the suck damage gets higher as well as the boosts increase your damage. And see, behind a building, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are, what you have. Hawk is gonna kill you. Hawk is gonna kill you. Even that little red shield that you see right in front of you, I call that a Bazo shield. And what is a Bazo shield? Well, basically a Bazo shield is a shield that's not mobile, but it's like a thin protection layer which just stays put. So you're basically stuck in place, which is really annoying. So it's not an energy shield, nor is it a mobile shield, which is very disgusting because players like to go around your shield, especially dash bots. But this weapon, I like it because it just does so well when it comes to close quarters and dealing with players that have physical shields. This is a weapon that has meaning. And not only that, it has long range, but here's the thing about long range. So here I'm about this far away. See, look at that. It's extremely slow and it's extremely inaccurate. To be honest, this black hole should be a heat seeker so that it can follow its opponent, which would make it even more deadly. But it's just really sucky at long range. I prefer it for quarters. Now, here's another thing that's sucky about it. See, watch this. See how that one bullet didn't make it through? That's what's sucky about this, is that Hawk can't go through the own player's shield. I deploy my rusty shield and I only send like 1 bullet through. The other bullet doesn't even make it through, and then I just get annihilated. And when you're facing people that are just in swarms of big bots of tankers that are going to attack you and stuff, you need to be able to get through your shield. But that's just not the case. So if I want to shoot Hawk at all, I have to like go a little inches through my shield and shoot, or I have to do what I just did there and go over it. But we did okay. We did like a good and decent amount of damage, and I'll talk about that later. Thunder. Thunder is okay, but it's not strong. It's not the best. Sadly, it doesn't do that much damage, which triggers me to no end. I expected a heavy weapon. This isn't a heavy weapon. The miniguns do most of the work. This thing only does like 500 damage per lightning shot, and that's it. However, it has one thing that makes it extremely attractive. It's extremely accurate. Look at this. You can't miss with Thunder unless you go behind something, but it's just that accurate. It just never misses. Like, it misses like a few times, but it's really rare on some occasions. Even dash bots can't dash away from this thing. That's how accurate this thing is. And unlike Hawk, it has no reload time. You can keep shooting until basically you get overheated, which is really nice considering that you're facing people who have Titans that never have to reload. That's useful. The sucky part is that the Titan does more damage than this thing. And unlike Hawk, it has no suck damage, and it can't go through shields. It can't even go through physical shields. That's what drives me absolutely up the wall. This is supposed to be a new energy weapon, and it's supposed to do something like Hawk. No. It just gets stopped by a Bazo shield, and it gets stopped by a physical shield, which is really annoying. But a decent thing about this thing is that it can go through my Bazo shield, unlike the Hawk. Both my weapons can travel through my own shield, unlike the Hawk where one bullet only makes it through. Because apparently the Bazo shield, to the Hawk, the Bazo shield is another impenetrable object on the other side of your own shield. So basically, the part where you can shoot through and the enemy can't shoot back at you, it doesn't work like that with Hawk. But it works like that with Thunder, so that gives it an advantage over the Hawk. And unlike the Hawk, it's not very accurate. The Hawk is not accurate at long range. Thunder is. Yet Thunder only has like 400 meter range, whereas Hawk has 750, but it will never hit something that accurate at 750. You might do some decent 12k suck damage at everybody, but it just, you're not going to do very much, because it's just going to make people even more angrier because their health went down a sliver, and they're like, oh, that camper dead. But this thing, I have to say, I would probably use it more than Hawk just because of how accurate it is. I mean, Hawk, you got to be extremely close. Well, not too close, but you have to be close enough that you can get a good beat on them. And you have to give a lead with Hawk, especially at long range. If you want to hit your target, you got to give it a little bit of lead, which is annoying. And see right here, this is what I'm talking about. I can shoot right through my shield and not have to worry about going little inches through my shield or hovering over my shield just to shoot at an enemy, and just hide behind my shield and use it what it's supposed to be used for. Cover. But some Bazo shields are a pain in the butt, because if you stick too far out through that Bazo shield, it pushes you out, and then you can't go back because the Bazo shield was designed to keep things out, not in. Which is really annoying when you do that, because you make one little mistake and you go right through it and you're like, oh crap, I can't back up, and then you're just getting pulverized by Titans, Axles, bolts, whatever the player's running with that you're facing. Now, as you can see here, it takes forever just to shoot through a Storm shield, but not very long. But as you can see, I'm not having any trouble dealing with Storm. But the thing is that with the miniguns, it helps because the Thunder can do its damage, but then the miniguns do the rest. And I will discuss that next about their cons and pros. Pro, very powerful, has suck damage, goes through anything. Con, very slow, inaccurate. Thunder, pro, never misses. Con, very weak. Both have advantages and disadvantages. Whatever you want to play with depends on you as a player. But enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Email me if you have any other questions or concerns, and I'll see you guys next time.
A wave of violence in Brazil this week. We have new developments this morning about the